So now to today's other big Supreme Court ruling. This is one of the ones that everybody was watching very closely. It's a victory for a Christian woman who brought this forward. It has to do with her designing of websites for wedding couples and not wanting to do messages that regarded same-sex marriages on her website. So she has won in this decision today. And this is the very interesting opinion that was written by Justice Neil Gorsuch on this. He wrote this, quote, "As this court has long held, the opportunity to think for ourselves and to express those thoughts freely is among our most cherished liberties and part of what keeps our republic strong. Tolerance, not coercion, is our nation's answer. The First Amendment envisions the United States as a rich and complex place where all persons are free to think and speak as they wish, not as the government demands. Because Colorado seeks to deny that promise, the judgment is reversed." I'm joined now by Lorie Smith, along with her lawyer, Kristen Wagner, CEO and General Counsel of the Alliance Defending Freedom. Great to have both of you with us today. So, Lorie, let me start with you. Tell us your reaction and tell us what it was that sort of ignited this case process for you. What were you asked to do that your conscience and your faith wouldn't let you do?
Well, first, I am incredibly grateful for the court's decision that affirms that the government cannot force anyone to say something they don't believe. This journey started over 7 years ago when I was being censored and my speech was being compelled by the state of Colorado. I want to create websites that are consistent with my view on marriage, but the state of Colorado said you must set aside your views. And I decided to take a stand for freedom, to protect speech. I know that if I want free speech for myself, that I must protect it for others, and I'm grateful that the court has protected speech for all. Whether your view on marriage is similar to mine or perhaps different, free speech is for everyone.
So this is from Justice Sotomayor's dissent in this case. She wrote, "Today is a sad day in American constitutional law and in the lives of LGBT people. By issuing this new license to discriminate in a case brought by a company that seeks to deny same-sex couples the full and equal enjoyment of its services, the immediate symbolic effect of the decision is to mark gays and lesbians for second-class status." I know Justice Roberts and Gorsuch, in a lawyerly way, as Shannon said earlier, kind of ripped that argument apart. But let me ask you, Kristen, what your response is to that from the dissent.
Well, as the majority rightly pointed out, Justice Sotomayor was writing about a very different case than the one that was presented to the court. Lorie serves everyone. She always has. She has clients who identify as LGBT, and she makes her decisions based on what the message is that's being requested, not the person who's requesting it. Today's decision ensures that public accommodation laws, non-discrimination laws, continue to ensure that we all have access to goods and services, but also it ensures that no one can be compelled by the government to say something that we don't believe. And that protection applies to those who identify as LGBT and who are website designers like Lorie, who oppose Lorie's views as well.
So, Lorie, give us a little window into what this process was like for you, because I know you said that you received death threats and people want to know where your children's school was. Tell me about that.
It's often difficult to talk about. This has been a very difficult 7-year journey, and even today, receiving quite a bit of backlash. I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about my case. This case is about speech. I want free speech for everyone. I have clients from all walks of life, including clients who identify as LGBT, and I just want to create consistent with what I believe, but I want that for everyone. I want the LGBT website designer, the Jewish calligrapher, the Democrat speechwriter. I want everyone to be able to work and design consistently with what they believe, because free speech is truly for everyone. So I'm hoping today that people can see that this is truly about speech, and we are more free to speak today than we were yesterday.
Lorie and Kristen, thank you. We are about to hear from President Biden and get his reaction to these very big decisions.